Welcome back, YouTube, to the Gen 16 Cymbals review, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. This is our sort of review revisited. It's been about a year since I released my last review on this thing. Basically what I ended up saying was that these cymbals were okay, it's not focusing. Basically I ended up saying that these cymbals were pretty good, especially for its price. A normal brass cymbal would go for about 900 or 1,000. They go really expensive. And these three cymbals collectively were only 900. I say only very loosely. But again, they were good for its price. I mean, they're definitely the alternative to normal stupid little rubber cymbals. That being said, it's actually a shame that these are our only alternative option, really, because these cymbals, while I said they're pretty good, now I'm starting to see their problems after a year. As you can see, the cymbal looks pretty, nothing looks really bad about it. I mean, there's no cracks, no anything. This one has pretty much lasted me, as well as this cymbal, but the hi-hat is a different story. So let's jump right in. This is the problem with the hi-hat. This is the, I believe, second or third time this has happened to me. Maybe I should coin a term for it. Can I license that? I will call it the sombrero effect. As you can see, yeah, it got all sombrero-y right in the middle of playing. I'm not sure if that's ever happened to any other hi-hat in history. It's possible. Let me know in the comments, guys. I don't think brass can do that. But let me tell you the story of how this happened. I'm just playing normally, right? And I'm tapping my foot with the hi-hat, you know, just to keep a beat or whatever. And there's a point where the hi-hat becomes loose on the little knobs, like right here. Oh my goodness, this aperture is so low. This knob right here would come loose. That's normal. I mean, that happens with a few hi-hats, especially after, you know, much playing. The hi-hat raises up, like, it gets really, really high up from the bottom cymbal of the hi-hat. And when it's that high up, you tap your foot one more time, and then the hi-hat comes down with so much force that it flips up into sombrero effect. That's what I'm going to call it, the sombrero effect. But basically, it's not hard to achieve it, is what I'm trying to say. It's very easy to get it. So that's my main complaint about the hi-hat. Number two, actually, is the build quality. Remember how I said, oh, actually, you can barely see it right now. I'm going to have to flip this thing upside down, which is actually an interesting story. Let me show you guys how to... Alright, I was trying to put it off as much as possible, but I had to switch lenses for the camera, dang it. This one's not as good, but it actually zooms out, so you can see more of the room other than just like my hand. But anyways, so to reverse the hi-hat sombrero effect, please guys, please use that term. It is so totally fitting, and it's mine now. Anyways, the sombrero effect, this is how you undo it, and it's not really guaranteed to work all the time, but yeah, doing it by hand is not very easy. Not easy at all. So what I have to do is you have to put it on the floor. No kidding. You have to put it on the floor and like unbend it with your feet. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's gonna snap anytime soon though. This is why I try. There we go. Goodness gracious. And now it's undone. Luckily, actually, it was very, very short. Usually it takes me about 5 minutes or so, or more. But now that the sombrero effect has been undone, you can see the problem with the hi-hat now. What is that? Is that like a floating cymbal? Is this part of the design? No! No, it's not. That's actually a giant, giant gash left by me. I guess it kind of was my fault, but my goodness. I don't think it's Zildjian's fault for this gash, but let me tell you the story of how it happened. It's story time, kids. Let's gather around. I was playing one day, and, you know, just after rigorous playing, I didn't really notice, but there was a small, tiny little crack at the end of the cymbal. And after playing, I noticed, I was like, okay, well, it's pretty small. I know it can grow if you play on it, so I'll just, spin around the cymbal and just play on this side or something. Somewhere else, not on that small, tiny crack. Well, for some reason, the cymbal knows that it wants to break. It's very sentient, it is self-aware, and so it decides to spin its happy little self right around and put the crack right here where I'm playing. And it's like, oh, hey Mario, we're back. Play on me, please. And I'm like, no. And I try to keep spinning it around to put it away, but no, it keeps coming back right to this one exact position. I don't know why. And so, yeah, but I don't notice it every single time it spins back to its place, so you keep playing it on the crack, and then it grew and grew and grew until this thing happened. Like, before I knew it, the crack was a gash. I don't like that, and I should try talking to Guitar Center and ask them, hey guys, what can I do about this? And I'm sure I'm gonna get some sort of stupid response saying, hey, you have to pay for this, or your warranty has ran out, or something. I know I'm not gonna get a very good, definite answer, as usual with Guitar Center. I don't know if you guys like Guitar Center, but I personally hate it. I feel like I never get enough attention or help, and they're just trying to push products my way, not really take care of me or my products. So I'm kind of hesitant to go to Guitar Center again and tell them about this little issue, but again, I can't say it's Zildjian's problem or their fault, because this happens with pretty much any hi-hat. I mean, it happened to my old brass one. Actually, I have it somewhere around here. Oh, my mistake. It wasn't a hi-hat. It was a crash cymbal, but pretty much the same effect though. It gets a little crack, and then you keep playing it, and then it just turns into a giant, this is not even a gash, this is just a chomp or a rip of some sort. So back to this cymbal. I'm kind of happy to say that despite the giant staring at me gash from this cymbal, I'm happy to say that it actually, it didn't really change the sound quality. As opposed to with a cymbal, with a brass cymbal, the sound would get very, very ugly and dark and just weird, just bad. This one actually has retained its integrity. It still sounds pretty much normal. The only downside is that whenever the gash comes spinning my way, which I still don't know what to do about that, guys. Maybe I have to like glue it or something to a specific side, but whenever it comes back around, my stick keeps hitting this, and it just doesn't feel good. I mean, it sometimes gets my stick caught in the little thingy, so that's not really good. But I guess I'm kind of happy to say the sound quality is still normal. I know I briefly went over the sound effects with you guys, and I didn't really do a good job of that. I really hope you guys can forgive me, but I really am sorry for not doing it justice. But we can go over the sounds again if you guys want, but I don't think it's too important. All I can really say about the sound effects was what I said in my last review. The sound effects are too alike. They're way too unvarying, if that's even a word. You have 20 options, and pretty much 1 through 20 sound all the same, with the exception of maybe 5 higher and lower pitches, and maybe some different reverberation. That's really it. You just get that slight difference, which I suppose is nice, because, you know, everybody has their own taste, and so somebody might want their hi-hat more high-pitched, while somebody else wants it more low-pitched and dense sounding, like, I guess just no reverb, which is nice. So it's like you're customizing it to fit what you like, but variety is not the word I would use here. I know I said, like, you don't get any special options like Crash or China, and I understand you can't do that because that cymbal is not really shaped to do that sound. Like, imagine this doing a China sound. How would that even work? I understand that can't really be possible, but somebody left a comment in the last video saying that Zildjian released an update of some sort for this brain module, so that you could probably get more sound options, and I've yet to try it because I don't have a USB connection that connects the brain to my computer. I should try it with any USB cords I have, but I don't know if you can see it here. There's a no, probably not, it's too dark. There's a small port in there that shows a USB symbol, but as far as I can tell, I don't have any connection that can connect into there. I don't think any normal, like, this would work, something that your cell phone would use. I don't think any of this would fit. No, see, I just feel like an idiot even for trying. No, that definitely would not fit. And as far as I remember, when I unboxed my Zildjian 16s, they didn't come with any USB cord. You probably have to buy that separately. And let me guess, probably for a nice Guitar Center premium price. No, I don't even know what the updates do, but I do have the website right here. We can look it up. So yeah, I'm assuming it's just more sound effects. But those are the main points, though, is that the hi-hat does a sombrero effect, which is a problematic. Let me get a good grip here. That's one. Two is that it cracked kind of easily. I mean, a year after usage, but really, as far as I can tell, I don't slam down on my hi-hat that much, honestly, so I don't understand how that would have happened this quickly after only a year of usage. So that's kind of a problem. They released a patch, Zildjian released a patch, but it is very hard to get if you don't have a USB. I mean, you have to get a USB for it. The preset sound effects are just too unvarying, and the patch that they released is, you need a separate cord for that, and it's probably not going to add that much. So those are my main problems, guys. If you find any other problems, or want to let me know something else about these cymbals, please leave in the comments or message me. I'm pretty much always on YouTube reading messages, so I mean, there that is. I'm sure this is a very long-winded review, even though I didn't really review anything. But I mean, have a good day, guys.